In a large and royal city of China, there was once a poor widow who lived alone with her son Aladdin. He was already more than 15 years old, intelligent and healthy. But instead of helping his mother, he used to play hopscotch all day long in the streets with the other boys of the neighborhood. As for his poor mother, she tired her eyes and her strength by sewing and also by working in the houses of rich people. Yet so fond was she of her son that she never reproached him in the least. One evening, Aladdin came upon a stranger who was very richly dressed.
You're Aladdin, aren't you?
Yes, I am. So what?
I should like to come home with you and share your meal.
All right, come if you wish. But there's not much to eat. You'll be as hungry afterwards as you were before.
Oh, that is of no importance, my dear Aladdin. Let us go.
On the way, the stranger stopped at a shop. He bought bread, fruit, a roast duck, wine, and all kinds of cakes. When she saw them coming in, their arms loaded with fine food, Aladdin's mother could not believe her eyes.
Goodness gracious, what's all this?
Our supper, Mother. It's a present from this gentleman.
You will allow me the honor, madam?
But come in, kind sir, come in.
The meal over, the stranger introduced himself.
Madam, I am the brother of your late husband.
But my husband never told me of any brother.
I happen to be 20 years older than he was, madam. And when I left China to seek my fortune in Africa, your husband was still a baby. He'd probably forgotten all about me.
Yes, I suppose.
I am now a rich man, and I have no family, and so I want Aladdin to become my heir. And as for you, my dear sister, you can stop living like a slave and live like a queen.
He came back every day, carrying each time sumptuous presents for his stepsister and his nephew. He had a magnificent robe made, specially for Aladdin, saying,
I wish that my nephew be dressed as becomes the son of a mandarin.
Then, one morning, he said,
Aladdin, I want you to come with me today. I have something very important to do, and I shall need your help. But you must not speak about it to anybody. It's a secret.
Aladdin put on his fine clothes and went off with his uncle. They walked for a long time, crossing over the town and on some distance into the country. Then they came to a large mountain, and here the uncle stopped by an enormous rock.
Here we are, Aladdin. Now, collect some sticks and start a big fire at the foot of this rock. Be as quick as possible because it's getting late.
Of course, Uncle. There it is.
The uncle then took from his sleeve a little box, and from it he spread into the flames a fine powder. At the same time, pronouncing these magic words.
Abracadabra, fee, fi, fo, fum, zoop!
Quite suddenly, the rock rolled forward, revealing a stone staircase which descended into the ground. Aladdin was terrified.
You must be a magician, Uncle.
Not at all, my boy. Just a little trick I picked up in Africa. We must be quick now. Down you go.
What, me?
Are you scared?
Oh, no, Uncle.
At the end of these steps here is a large open door. Then you will pass through 3 marble rooms. In the first room, you will find chests filled with copper coins. In the second, chests filled with silver coins. And in the third, chests filled with gold coins. Be careful not to touch anything, because all this treasure belongs to the genies. You will then go into a great orchard, where all the fruits on the trees are precious stones. Don't waste time in trying to pick any of them, because this is what I want you to do. In a corner of the orchard, lying on the ground, you will see an old copper lamp. And that's what I want. Pick it up and bring it to me, running as fast as you can, because if you delay, the rock will roll back into place and you will be locked in underground. Now off you go.
Aladdin went down the steps as fast as his legs could carry him. He rushed through the 3 marble rooms without stopping or even looking at the chests filled with copper, silver, and gold. But when he came to the orchard, he stopped for a minute, amazed at the beauty of the trees covered with jewels, shaped like fruit. There were pears made of emeralds, rubies like cherries, peaches like opals, and plums like amethysts. It was all so brilliant that the light they gave out seemed like music. Then, distantly, Aladdin heard the voice of his uncle.
Aladdin! The lamp! Look for the lamp quickly! Find it and come back quickly! The lamp, Aladdin! The lamp!
I'm looking, Uncle, I'm looking.
Ah, here it is. But it's quite a battered old lamp and covered in grime. Don't think I've come down here just to get this old bit of junk. I'm going to get as many of these precious fruits as I can take away with me.
He filled all his pockets as well as every pleat and fold of his clothes. Then he picked up the old lamp and as quickly as he could made for the stone staircase. Getting to the foot of the steps, he heard his uncle shouting down angrily.
Come on, Aladdin! Hurry yourself, you good-for-nothing! The rock's starting to roll back into place. Throw me the lamp!
At that moment the earth trembled, and looking up, Aladdin saw the rock rolling back into position.
Rascal, will you throw me that lamp?
What is the meaning of little tree? The lamp! The lamp!
Aladdin was completely flummoxed. He tried to do what his uncle asked, but there just wasn't time. The rock was back in its place. The poor boy, all alone in the silence and the darkness, was terribly frightened. He held the lamp tightly so as not to drop it, and rubbed it against his clothes without thinking what he was doing.
I am here, O Master of the Lamp.
Who are you?
I am the genie of the lamp, your servant, O Master of the Lamp. Whenever you rub the side of the lamp, I will come ready to obey your wishes, because you are my master.
Can you get me out of here?
If you order me to, yes.
Genie of the lamp, get me out of here.
Instantly, Aladdin found himself outside the cave and in the open air. He rubbed the lamp again, purposely this time.
I am here, Master of the Lamp.
Genie, take me home to my mother.
He had scarcely said these words when he found himself back home on his doorstep. His mother ran out to him, crying with joy.
Aladdin, my son, where have you been? I thought you were lost.
Mother, my uncle is not my uncle. He's a wizard. He made use of us so as to steal from the genies of the mountain this wonderful lamp which I've got here. But now it belongs to me.
A dirty old lamp like that? What good is that to anyone?
Watch, Mother.
I am here, O Master of the Lamp. What are your wishes?
Aladdin's mother fainted with amazement. But Aladdin, who was getting quite used to his genie, ordered quite casually,
Supper, Genie. For two, please.
From that day onwards, Aladdin and his mother were never short of anything. The genie of the lamp was able to get them all they needed. Was taken only to ask for what they really needed, because otherwise the neighbors might have started talking about their newfound wealth. And if the news of their fortune reached the ears of the wicked wizard, he would have taken steps to put them in his power and to get hold of the wonderful lamp. But one evening, Aladdin said to his mother,
Mother, I want to marry the Princess Budrulbudur. Her face is the most beautiful in the world, and her graces leave one speechless. I love her fit to die. Go to the Emperor, I beseech you, and ask him for her hand in marriage.
Aladdin, you must be out of your mind. The Emperor would throw me out.
No, Mother. Not after the presents you are going to take to him.
Aladdin took the fruits of precious stones that he had gathered in the underground garden and placed them on a silver dish, covering them with a square of silk.
Go, Mother. Tell the Emperor that I'll do anything he demands in order to marry the Princess Boudroubadour.
Introduced into the presence of the Emperor, the mother knelt down and bowed her head to the ground.
Oh, great Emperor, light of the East, I tremble at your footsteps. I bring a present from my son Aladdin, who wishes to marry your daughter, the beautiful Princess Boudroubadour.
What an impertinence! But I can't waste time on absurdities like this. I must be busy with state taxes, which never come my way quickly enough. Oh, come now, let us see your present for me.
At the sight of the jewels in the form of fruits, the Emperor, the Grand Vizier, the little Viziers, and the entire court were struck dumb. They had never seen such splendor in their lives.
Oh, illustrious Emperor, mountain of wisdom and fountain of truth, what shall I say to my son Aladdin?
Your son must be pretty rich to be able to present all this treasure. I think he had better build in the Imperial Gardens a palace for my daughter. After all, to get married, it is necessary to have somewhere to live. When it is finished, and if it is as splendid as I expect, I shall give my daughter to your son Aladdin. But if it is not completed within 2 days, I shall have your son's head cut off.
Trembling, Aladdin's mother ran home to her son to tell him what the Emperor had decided. Aladdin took up the lamp and rubbed it.
I am here, O Master of the Lamp. What are your wishes?
Build in the Imperial Gardens a palace for my fiancée, Princess Boudroubadour. I want the walls to be made of gold, the windows of diamonds, the furniture of rare woods and carved ivory. I want plates of fine gold and crystal. Return to me when it is ready.
All is ready, O Master of the Lamp. The servants are now preparing a celebration party for your engagement.
Now I want my mother and I to be magnificently robed. Get me an escort of 1,000 horsemen. I want each one to have a purse filled with gold pieces to distribute to the people as we pass on our way. Unroll a magnificent carpet to stretch from here to the Emperor's palace. Perfect. Let us start.
People ran to tell the Emperor of the magnificent procession that was making its way to him. Already the Emperor was stunned with amazement at the incredible palace that had just arisen in his garden. But when he saw Aladdin and his procession, the Emperor felt that with such a son-in-law, he had no need to get worried in future about collecting taxes.
Noble Aladdin, my well-loved son, come into my arms. Let us go and seek out the princess. We will celebrate your marriage immediately.
The beautiful Budrul, who had not been consulted about these plans, presented no difficulty. It is enough to say that Aladdin was a handsome young man, and Budrul an obedient daughter. Everything suggested the young couple were going to be very happy. The news of their magnificent wedding spread throughout the entire world, even to Africa. And there the wicked wizard learned that Aladdin not only possessed the magic lamp, but what's more, knew how to make good use of it. So he returned to China, disguised as a wandering peddler, and strolled around Aladdin's palace, waiting until he went out, so that he could enter the grounds. As soon as he saw Aladdin leave with a hunting party, he went up to one of the princess's windows and called out,
"Who would like nice new lamps? Get rid of your old ones, new lamps for old ones. Who would like a brand new lamp for an old worn-out one?"
The princess was at the window.
Peddler, wait for me.
She ran to Aladdin's room and took his lamp. And then she gave it to the wizard, who gave her a new one for it.
My husband ought to be very happy that I've got rid of this horrible old thing for him. Thank you, Peddler.
At your service, madam.
As soon as he was by himself, the wizard rubbed the lamp.
I am here, O Master of the Lamp. Oh, you are not my usual Master of the Lamp. Your wishes?
This palace and everything it contains I want taken to my home in Africa.
The palace disappeared immediately, together with the princess, all the servants, the horses, the furniture, and everything else. All that was left was an enormous hole in the imperial gardens. When Aladdin returned home from his hunt, the emperor was furious.
Bring me back my daughter, Aladdin, and her palace. Otherwise I shall have your head cut off.
Immediately, Aladdin realized what had happened. Getting back onto his horse, he said to his companions,
"Let's go, my friends. We're off to Africa."
Now, although Africa is an immense continent, a palace like that one would not pass unnoticed, and it did not take too long to discover it. Aladdin hid himself among the shrubs in the garden, and when night had fallen, he made his way to his wife's window.
Aladdin! Oh, my dearest husband, I never thought I should see you again.
Well, beloved princess, I've come to fetch you.
Alas, sweet husband, the wizard will never let me go. He wants to marry me. He hardly ever leaves me alone and makes me take all my meals with him.
Take this packet. It contains a special powder. You must put it in his wine.
That very evening at supper, the princess put the powder in the wizard's glass. He was soon in a deep sleep. Then Aladdin appeared, and rummaging about, soon found the lamp among the wizard's clothes.
Here I am, O Master of the Lamp. And if I may say so, sir, I am delighted to see you again. Your slave awaits your orders.
Get rid of this wicked wizard. I never want to hear of him again. Thank you. Now pick up the palace with everything in it and take it back where it belongs.
So Aladdin and Budul returned to China, where they were welcomed by the emperor and all his subjects with great joy and jubilation. They lived to a great age and were very happy and had many children. Aladdin carefully put the lamp away, because, being so happy, he didn't need it anymore, and it was not long before he forgot where he had put it. And since that time, nobody knows what has become of it.